Hey guys, I hope y'all doing good. Just wanted to talk about a few upgrades that I have done on the Schwinn Axum. Pretty much I've upgraded everything but the wheels and the hubs on the front and rear wheel, and everything else has been upgraded. Some of the rides that we've been on, and the bike has really done well, but just kind of wanted to go over this new Box 4 Prime 9 8-speed derailleur drivetrain. I really like it. It is a 11 tooth here all the way to a 42 tooth, and it really has been great. I've used it for about 2 months now, just to go through some of the shifting on it for you. And what's crazy is when I took this derailleur out of the box, I had to do very little adjustment, very little adjustment, and I have not had to touch anything since day one. And I've ridden probably about 50 or 60 miles or better, maybe more than that. And it's just a wonderful derailleur system and drivetrain. I've really enjoyed it. This derailleur system and cage is just really strong. It's a really robust built drivetrain. I think anything that that Box does is like that for the most part. It's a single shift on the way back down, but you're going up, you can skip about 4 gears, go all the way up. A couple pushes, it's a long push on the lever. I really like Box and their drivetrains, it's really nice. Another great upgrade I thought was the Sram Sx Crank Set. It's a boost crank set. It came with the 32 tooth chain ring, and the 32 tooth seems to work pretty well with the Prime Box 4 drivetrain system. I'm also using the Box chain that comes with the drivetrain, and I've really enjoyed this crank set. I feel like it's a great upgrade for the Axum, because the stock one is just, to me, it's just on the cheaper side, of course. I like a lot of the parts that's on the bike. It's how they were able to keep it at a $500 price range. But I think that's a major upgrade along with your drivetrain on this bike. The drivetrain really gave me an issue, the stock one. And then my nephew bought the same bike. His issues started coming way before mine did. And just not a great design on the Axe derailleur system, but getting one of these Box systems, drivetrains, or another SRAM or whatever you want to get would be a whole lot better than the stock one. Also, I've added these boots, race face crank boots, along with the race face Chester pedals, and I've had them since the beginning. The pedals are a must upgrade on this bike as well. Another major upgrade for me was this seat right here. This is an Ergon Small Pro men's seat, and it has made all the difference in the world. Very nice seat, very comfortable on the trail. They actually have a thing on their website where you go in, you enter your measurements of your waist, your hips, all that kind of stuff, and it will tell you what seat they recommend. The one for me was a small, and it has really made a difference on my ride. And also the stem that I went with was a 40 millimeter Husfeld, and comes stock with a 60 millimeter stem, but that 40 brought it back just a little bit from my reach. And I'm running a 785 millimeter race face bar, and I did change out the stem caps. The stem cap as well as the spacers. The two green ones, one on the top and the very bottom, is 5 millimeters, and then the one above the green one on the bottom is made of carbon fiber, and it is 10 millimeters. So I just kind of did that to change the look. Green kind of goes along with the theme with the pedals and the little off color there on the bike. And also I'm running the Aggressor 2.5 wide tire 29-inch on the rear, and I am running tubeless, as well as the front. I'm running a Minion DHF 2.5 29-inch wide tire. I'm using Orange Seal as my sealant, and I haven't had one issue. And I use clear Gorilla Tape as the tape. not the black Gorilla Tape, but the clear. I went around the wheel one time, and then I mounted the tire, then I added the orange seal through the valve stem, and they have worked great. I run about 25 PSI in the front, and on the rear, I run about 27.5. And that's worked well for me in South Louisiana. Also, you'll notice this little guy right here, and this is a little caddy pack. It holds an extra tube, as well as your CO2 cartridge, and you could also see a couple tire tools in there, just in case you have a flat that CO2 cannot get back up, and you can throw in your tube to get off the trail and get back to your car. The MT200 brakes, I did change those out, front and rear, and also have Ergon grips, the Ergon GE1s, along with the race face riser bar, and it is 785 millimeters. That fits me just right. I did a video on this stem and handlebar on my channel. You can go back and watch it if you'd like. But I've enjoyed this bar way better than the stock one as well. As far as the fork, I went with the RockShox 30 Gold RL. It's 120 millimeters of travel. It really has made a huge difference between it and the coil fork. I've really enjoyed it. It's got the RockShox compression, and then the rebound at the bottom here. And also, I went with some Hope skewers. It's a lot better skewered, it works a lot better, nicer made, a lot easier to close. But the fork is a huge upgrade. It's 120 millimeters of travel, so that makes the bike a little slacker than what it was originally stock. With the 100 millimeter fork that it comes with, it was 67.8 degrees head tube angle. And every 20 millimeters will slack the bike about a full degree. So pretty much I'm at 66 degrees as far as the slackness of the head tube, which really makes it a very aggressive hardtail, more modern type of a hardtail with a little bit slacker head tube angle. I really enjoy the fork, RockShox 30 Gold, very nicely made. Well, there you go. This is a few upgrades that I've added to the bike. I think they're very great upgrades, and it has really made the bike more rideable, more enjoyable on the trail. And I've went through some pretty rough things to me, and it has handled it like a champ. Very comfortable to ride. It's got that hardtail feel, but I've really enjoyed it. And all these upgrades are a must if you want to make this bike a very rideable trail bike. I'm not saying it cannot be taken on a trail out of the box. Maybe it can. I didn't really do it. I changed the fork the next day after I received the bike and assembled it. But also the fork was about 3 pounds heavier, and it was a coil fork versus an air fork. And the RockShox is just really a great all-around fork. I've really enjoyed the feel of it. But if you guys do Facebook at all, and you have an Axum or you're interested in getting one, I started a Facebook group called Schwinn SAxum Upgrades Group a few months back. It has really grown, and we've been able to share, and other guys has purchased the bike and been able to share the upgrades they've done, the things that they're doing to the bike, things that you don't know about the bike that other people may, and it's really been a help. Something pretty cool to be in a network together on the bike and know what's going on to help each other. And I encourage you to go to that group page and ask to join it if you'd like to, and we'll make sure that you can become a member of the group and help each other with the Axum and upgrades that you do, and be able to show that and share that as well. But I appreciate you guys. Me and my nephew will be going on a ride here in the next couple weeks in Ruston, Louisiana. It's rated the #1 mountain bike trail in the state of Louisiana. So it's a very nice trail that I've never been on, and my nephew actually has an Axum as well. He rides with me a lot. You'll see him in some of my videos. He has the other version, the gray version, and his is upgraded pretty much the same thing that you see on mine. We both really enjoy the bikes, but we're going to make a ride there at the Ruston Park in North Louisiana here in a week or two. So be looking for that video. Thank you for watching these videos, and like I said, I have a few videos out of us riding the bike on the trail, and you can check those out on my channel. But I appreciate you guys. You guys be blessed. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.